Right, we're looking at this thing. Right, so we've got fundraising. It looks like a probability. So what's going to happen is there's a person, they're going to pick from there and then they're going to spin that. Right, if the player wins if they pick a red ball, so you win if you pick a red ball and an even number. Okay, that makes sense. So they're saying that the chance of winning is more than 10%. Now watch this. This is the way to do it. What are the possible things I can get? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this blue. If I pick a blue and I spin this, I can get a blue and 1. Or I can get a blue and 2. Or if I pick a blue here, I can get a 3. So can you see what I'm doing? And B5. Now, what happens if I put my hand in there and I randomly get a red? So I can get a red. And if I spin this, I could get a 1. I could get a 2. No, not blue. Stop that. Let me not mess about with that. Red 1, red 2, red 3, red 4, and red 5. And then I've got a yellow. I can't do it in yellow. Let me do it in another. I'll tell you what, just stick to black. So we'll do yellow 1, yellow 2, yellow 3, yellow 4, and yellow 5. So now, if you look carefully, can you see how many possible different situations I've got, or outcomes I've got? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I've got 15 outcomes. 15 outcomes. Right, now I'm going to ask myself, let's do that. What are the chances of me getting a red and an even? So look, red and even. So look, this one here is red and odd. That's no good. Right? That is red and even, which is good. So let's take that one. What color should we use? Let's just use that. So this is the one I want because it's red ball and an even number. And I've got a red ball and an even number. And that's it. So I've only got 2. So what I've got is 2 out of 15. That's the probability of me getting a win. And what is a win? A win is a red ball followed by an even number. So it's 2 out of 15. Where did that 2 come from? Red, even, red, even. The rest are yellow and blue. They're no good. And the rest are red and odd. So I've got 2 out of 15. How do I turn a fraction or a decimal into a percentage? I multiply by 100. Put that into your calculator. And what do you get? That's a good question. So 2 divided by 15 times 100 equals 13%. Or 13.3 recurring percent. And they've said it's more than 10%. Is he right? Yes. So this is a probability question. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it. I'll explain if you need that. I can explain this. Oh, right. Okay, there's a lot going on here. This looks dangerous. Right, you've got 4 sides, rectangular. That's that. Halfway line is... The halfway line is what? Okay, so this line, they're saying that this line here is 27.5. The center of the center circle, so this circle here, that radius, let's blow it up here. So this radius here is 1.5 meters. And the 2 semicircles have a radius of 8. So this here has got a radius of 8. Right. We need to know what's the total cost if it costs £3.25 a meter. So let's start here. Let's do the easy bit. Let's add 36.5 and 36.5. Right, so I think they might expect this sort of working out from you. So 36.5 plus 36.5, and then we need to add this 27.5 and 27.5. So what we're doing is we're going to paint the outside first. 27.5, that's on the calculator. So 36.5 plus, I get 128 meters. That's so far, yeah. So we've done that. That was right. What I'm going to do is add to this, because it's a straight line. I'm going to keep it one color. So this line in the middle, can you see that? That is also 27.5. So I need to add 27.5. Okay. So what we do is we do 128 plus 27.5 gives 155.5 meters. So all the green lines total up to 155.5 meters. Now let's look at this circle here. We need to paint that. So we need to work out what we need to work out the circumference. Can't spell. Okay, what's the formula for circumference? Pi d or 2 pi r. What we'll do is we'll use this. You've got to learn these. Yeah, so we're going to do 2 times, what did we say pi was? 3.142. It said it. I think I picked that out actually at the front. Right, if your calculator does not have the pi button, use 3.142. Fair enough. Let's use 3.142. There you go. So we're going to use 3.142, and then the radius is 1.5. There you go. So that's the full circumference. Right, we'll come back to that. 3.142 times 1.5 times 2 equals 9.426. So the red bit is 9.426 meters. Let's use another color. What color? Let's use purple. So now look here, we've got this semicircle and this semicircle. They're both the same size. So what does that form? That forms a full circle. That makes it even easier. So we do circumference again, 2 pi r, because they've given us the radius. So we do 2 times 3.142 times the radius, which is 8. There you go. So 3.142 times 2 times 8. I get 50.272 meters. So now we've got 50.272 meters. So now we've got a total of these three. Can you see that? We need to add these three together. So let's try that. Plus 9.426 plus 155.5 equals, I get 215.198, and they charge £3.25 a meter. So simple thing, that's how many meters, and each meter costs £3.25, and that's the calculation we're going to do, times £3.25. Okay, so I get 699.3935. So what we can do is we can round it off to 699.39. I think we could have rounded it off to 700, but we'll check. No, they don't want you to round it off. So we'll have to leave it like this. So it costs £699. So there's a lot going on here. Look. Again, learn these and make sure you're comfortable with that. Well, they give it at the front of the paper anyway. So, but another thing, remember the area of a circle is pi times radius squared. And remember what we said radius squared was? Radius times radius. So learn these. Otherwise you'll get in and you'll freak out. Right, okay. After painting, the club has 8,000. 2/7 goes in a bank. Right. Again, you're gonna have to learn this compound interest formula. So look, it's simply this, or it's the original amount 1 plus your percentage divided by 100 over the number of years. Yeah, that's the formula. You have to learn this by the looks of it. I don't think they're gonna give you that. So let's run with that. So what's our original investment? No, original is 2/7 of that money. So I need to work out 2/7 of 8225. So 2/7 8225 equals that. It's 2350. Okay, so now we want that's our original. That needs to go into there. So let's do that. So the original is 2350. 1 plus what percentage is it? 3. So it's 3 over 100. How many years? 4. So I'm going to replace this n with 4. Now it's just a calculator job. So times 1.03 to the power of 4, I get 2644.9457. Now will they accept 2644.95? Because money is to 2 decimal places. Do they want you to round that up? So let's check that. Okay, that's interesting. So they'll accept that. They'll accept 2644 and 2645. Right. What else was there? Right. Okay. Is the investment more? So you have to write the word no. If you don't write no, you lose a mark, believe it or not. No with all that working out. Okay. I think. Oh, 11 and 12. Okay, let's keep going. Susie has an ice cream van. She sells scoops. It's in a sphere. So they've given you the sphere volume. Right. So what they want you to do is work out the volume. So it's substitution. This. The skill that you're doing is substitution. So let's work out the volume of each scoop, and we want to sell 200 scoops. So let's do that. So the volume of one scoop is 4 divided by 3 times pi times the radius is 2.8 and cubed. So what will that be as a n? So we've got 91.96. We'll leave it at that. No, 91.9642 ... centimeter cubed. Now we've got 200 of them, so I'm going to multiply that number by 200, and that's how much. So there's a lot going on here actually. So interesting that they're pushing you like this. Okay, 8, 4, 9 ... Right, we want 18,392 centimeter cubed. Right, look, they've said 1 liter is 1,000. So if I want 18,000 and something, I will need 18 point. So this is what I would do. I'm going to divide this by 1,000. Where did that 1,000 come from? There. That will give me liters. Yeah. Should we do that? Yeah. Okay. I need 18.39 liters. Right. If somebody now look at this, it's somebody's selling 5 liter tubs. How many tubs do I need to buy? So I need to buy 18.39 divided by 5, because I want to know how many liters of, right? So I'm gonna, if I divide that, let's just get an exact number. Divided by 1,000, nope, equals that divided by 5 is 3.678, 3.678, and so on. Yeah. So I know I need to buy 3 and a bit tubs. So I'm allowed to buy 4. Well, I'll have to buy 4 tubs. Right. Right, okay. It's interesting, right? What they've got in the math scheme is they've said, right, okay, what if you buy 4 tubs at 5 liters, you end up with 20 liters. And we only want 18 liters, so you've got to show this calculation as well. But we'll see. Right, okay. Let's just pause it here. Right. Carry on now. 15% discount when she buys tubs of ice cream. She pays after the discount. Okay. What I like to do is this method, because it just clears things up. Oh, what's going on? Don't know what happened there. Let's try that one again. Actually, I'll do it here. I'm trying to do it on the side. Right. This is 100%, but I got a discount. So I'm going to take away 15%. I'm left with 85%. She pays £76.50 after. This is the key. So that number, £76.50, goes here. Now, what did we say about these two numbers? I want to work out 1%. I've got 85%. So the calculation that I do is this. The number inside, this is how it works always, divided by the percentage. So what's that? 76.50 divided by 85 equals 0.75. 0.9. So 1% is 0.9. 100% is 90. But there, she says, I save less than £14. So we want 15%, don't we? So look, if 1%, look, there's two ways of doing it. You can subtract these two, or you can just do 1% is 0.9, which is 90 pence, and we want 15%, so we can multiply that by 15. So 15 times 0.9, what does it give? £13.50. £13.50. So she's saying I save less than £14. Is she right? Yes, she's correct, because she only saves £13.50. Okay, just check that. That's fine. Right, okay, here we've got, you know, this box here. You've got to look at this as your universe. There's nothing else that exists, right? In your universe, you've got two sets. You've got sauces and flakes. And some sauces have flakes, and that's that bit in the middle. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that. Right, let me do an example. Okay, I've got the numbers. How can we do that? What would make sense? Okay, let's do the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So my universe contains 10 numbers. I've got two sets. I've got set A and I've got set B. I'm saying set A is all even numbers. Yeah. So look, let's do it with a different color. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So look, I'm going to put it on this side. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Now my other set is multiples of 3. 3, 6, and 9. So I'm going to put 3, 6, and 9. Now what I do is I carefully look in these numbers that I've written. Whatever's common, I'm going to cross it off and put it in the middle. So I've crossed 6 off there, 6 off there, and put it in the middle. So that's what my set looks like at the moment. But in my universe, I've got all the numbers 1 to 10. So I've not got a number 1 here, so I have to put it outside here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no 5, so 5 goes here. 6. There's no 7. 8, 9, and 10. Now I've got my complete set. Now watch this. You've got to learn this. So just keep going over this example. This bit here in the middle is common in both. They call that the intersection. I don't think they're going to ask you to do, and it's got this symbol here. So if I said A intersection B means what is common in both, and it's this bit in the middle, 6. Now if I said A B like this, that symbol there means union. It means what is in both. So it's 2, 4, 8, 10, 6, 3, and 9. So for that one, it would be 2, 4, 8, 10, 6, 3, and 9. That's the full A union B. This one here was A intersection B was simply 6. Right. That's the theory behind it. So let's have a look at this. So she sells 2 ice cream toppings, sauce and flake. So look, some people only like sauce, some people only like flake, some people like a mixture. Yeah, so that means 161 people like the sauce and flakes mix, and 196 people liked other flavors apart from the sauce and flake. Yeah, so does that make sense what we've done so far? Right. She hopes that the probability that a customer picked at random buys at least one topping will be more than 7/10. Right. At least one topping. How many people like at least one topping? Um, out of two toppings, right? Okay, so 79 people like one topping plus 104 people like that topping. So we've got 183. 183 people out of how many? How many people are there in total in this survey? So look, we've got to add up. We've got to add up all. So that's 540. So 183 people out of out of 540. That's the probability of somebody liking one 7/10. So put that into your calculator. 183 divided by 540 is right. Okay, let's do it the way they've done it. 61 over 180. 180. So that's on the calculator. Press SD and you get 0.338. I don't understand what flavor they're gonna have. It doesn't really make it clear. So right, okay, going this way, that will be, so 7/10 is what? 0.7. This number gives us 0.3, so that's clearly less. But the question is, what have they done with the 196? That doesn't. Yep, that's fair enough. So like, if you only wanted, right, okay, do you know what I've done? I'll go through this. This is good, right? I've calculated only one topping. And look, I missed the keyword here. It's saying at least one topping. If you've got at least one topping, you can have one or two or one. So I needed to do this calculation. Look over here. 79 plus 161 plus 104. Right? If I add those, what do I get? 183 plus 161 is 344. So I ended with 344 people like at least one flavor or one topping. So we do 344 out of a total of 540. So divide that by 540, we get 63, 0.637 ... and it carries on. Yep. So what did we say? 7/10 was 0.7. So 0.7 is bigger than this. So the answer is no. Less people than 0.7 did that. But we'll go through that. But look at that, even I switched off for 1 second and I missed this. It said not only one, but at least one. Right. Bees. Bees good. Right, okay. You've got a frame, 20 inches, 9 inches. Yeah, look, they're doing conversion now. So 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. Each frame measures 9 inches by 20 inches. Right. So let's convert 20 inches into centimeters. So we know 1 inch equals 2.5 centimeters. So 20 inches will be 20 times that. So it'll be 20 times that. What's 20 times that? 50. So I know this here is 50 centimeters. And then I do 9 inches times 2.5. So how did I get from there to there? I multiplied by 2.5 because of this. So 9 times 2.5, 9 times 2.5 equals 22.5. There you go. Right, 22.5 centimeters. Now we're cutting out 11 centimeters by 7. So let's try it. Look, we can do it here. Look, if this is 22, I can do 11 and 11. So 11 there, 11 there. I've used 22, but this is 22.5, which is fine. So I can get 2 slices that way. And then 7.5. So look, I've got 50. Right, we can do it this way. Should we do it the long way? Let's do it. Right. I've got to divide 50 by 7.5. Put that into the calculator. 50 divided by 7.5. 6.6. So I can cut 6 and a bit pieces here. Look, 7.5, 15, 30, 45. So I've got 6 pieces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 7.5, and I've got 1, 2 pieces here. So all together from this big honeycomb, I can cut 6 12 pieces. Yeah, so where would the marks come from? Let's just have a quick. Right, okay, so now from this one honeycomb we get 12 pieces. And how many frames have we got? How many honeycombs have we got? 8. So it'll be 12 times 8, which is 96. Okay, look, we've got a pie chart. So we know there's 360 degrees here. Right, and this sector, and this sector, they produce bee-friendly flowers. They attract bees, basically, right? And so you have to get a protractor and measure this, and measure this with a protractor. Once you've done that, you'll get 45, 60, and 120 degrees if you get a protractor. So what I do is the whole circle is 360, and I take away, so 60 plus 45 degrees plus 120 degrees. So you've got 225 degrees. Right, so if I take 225 degrees, oh, right, no, I don't need to take that away. That's answering another question. Right, so 225 degrees out of 360 degrees. I want to know whether that's 2/3 or less or more. So 225 divided by 360 equals 5/8. Okay, 0.625. Let's stick to decimal. 0.625. And if I put 2/3 into a calculator, I get 0.666, and it carries on. So I can see that this here is bigger than this. Yeah, this is like £62.50, and that's like £66.66. So she should buy packet 2, pack 2, and this is pack 1. Right, I think that's what you should do. Anyway, I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I think the skill in this, they want you to learn to measure the angles. Right, we've done this before, haven't we? Yeah. So 4 grams of seed per square meter. You mix seeds with sand in the ratio of 2 to 5. So if I put 4 grams, so if I want a square meter and I put 4 grams of that, so remember 4 grams equals 2 dabbe. These are the 2 dabbe. So 1 dabba will be 2 grams. And for the sand, I want 5, so it'll be 2 grams times 5. I want 10 grams of sand. So this is the ratio we want. We want 4 grams of seeds and 10 grams of sand. Right. So the total mass of seed and sand. So we need to work out the area. Okay. So what's the middle of these two? What did we say? Yeah, 0 add 10 is 10, and then we divide it by 2. So the midpoint is 5. We do 10 add 20 equals 30. So we've added them two. Divide by 2, which is 15. And then 25, and then 35. So we add the frequency here for this number. So we've got 10, 25. Right, and then we've got, so we've multiplied these two. So that's 10. How much is that? 8, 30, 60, 120. Right, that's 250, 300. And that's 105. So if you add these 3, 4, 5, it's a bit dangerous doing this. So, right, okay. So the total garden area estimate is 525, and the estimate total mass average. Look, this is they want you to work out the mean. When they use the word average, they want you to work out the mean. So what we do is we take the total number 525 and divide it by what? Not 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not right. We have to divide it by the total here. 25. So that's 4, 20, 21. Let's check that. 525 divided by... Okay, that's 21. So there's an average of 21 square meters per garden. And we worked out here, didn't we? So for each square meter, we need 4 grams of seed. So 21 meters times 4 grams is, come on, 40, 82, 84. I can't count anymore. 84 grams of seed. And we need 10 grams of that, so it'll be 21 times 10. Sand. So the total mass of sand, so we need to add these two. So it'll be 210 plus 84, which gives 294 grams per average garden. So we'll check that. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't use a calculator. Anyway, I hope you spotted this. So this is 130. 35, yeah. So we do 535 divided by 25. Let's do that. 535 divided by 25 equals 21.28. So equals 21.28. So we just do 21.28. 21.28 times 4 equals 85.12 equals 85.12, and then we do 21.28. What is it? 21.28 times 10. Okay, so that's 21.28. So we need to add them to 21.28 times 14 equals that, and equals 297. So the total is 297.92 grams. Right. This is turning out to be a disaster for me, but alhamdulillah. Right, let's keep going. Look, I can't read my calculator. Now, if I'm making these mistakes, you might make them as well. So let's start that again. Cancel that, cancel that. Right. What might be wise is, just bear with me. Let me just remove all this. Whoa. Nope, it's not allowing it. Right, okay, just bear with me. Let's try it here. Not that, let's try that. Whoa. I can't figure that one out yet. Do you know it's easier doing this? 1 second. It's easier doing this. Right. Let's get rid of this. Put in the right numbers and then we'll run with it. 535. So what we do is 535 divided by 25. Let me 535 divided by 25 is 21.4. Right, let's start that again. Right, so 21.4 average garden. That's how many meters. And for every 1 meter, we need 4 grams of seed. So we'll do 21.4 times 4. And then sand, we need 21.4 times 10. So times 14, what's the total? 299.6. So if I add these two, I get 299.6 grams. That's better. So look how many typos I made. Trying to do things in my head and shortcuts. So learn from that. Right, that's part C. What else is there? So right, that's it. Wow, this is a super long video, but inshallah it should be enough.